Hello, friends. Welcome to Let's Play some Magic the Gathering. This is just a little bit of a Durgany test, and also just a kind of ice-breaking thing, so that I'm not nervous when I'm doing more serious content. But this is really just going to be me doing some Durgany daily quests. Just one daily quest. Playing some black spells by playing my little vamp deck I've got here. Wow. Let's do it. Now, I got to Gold Tier 1 a couple seasons ago, but other than that, you could probably say I'm pretty casual. It's probably more accurate to call me casual than hardcore, especially among Magic players, because I'm aware of how dedicated a lot of hardcore Magic players are, and also how insane sometimes they tend to be, apparently. Which is why I kind of stay away from the community, but I really wanted to play the game. But goddamn, this is the perfect way to do it. I'm glad this game exists. Because I don't even follow the meta, because I don't want people's, impassioned opinions on how to and not to play the game, and if you do this, you're a piece of shit scrub. I don't need that shit in my life. So, I tend to avoid that in all gaming communities, and I know that that shit's rampant in this community, just from the stuff I've read and the stuff I've seen, and etc. So... basically, this is a simple vampire army deck that's all about gaining life and also powering my creatures up by gaining life, having them lose life by me gaining life, having them lose life in general, having powerful vampires that destroy things at the end. That's basically my general stratagem here. I've started playing a few months ago, and I've been playing pretty religiously. I've only skipped a couple of days here and there, at least doing my side quests, or my daily quests. I'll use Thirst on her, just to kind of keep, and also allow me to deal some nice face damage right here. I tend not to think ahead about as much as, a lot of people probably do playing this game. In fact, it's apparently, mandatory for high level play, which makes sense, but I tend to try to make decks that allow me to just kind of react to what's happening right there and still win. And, well, I got to Gold Tier 1 once, which, might not be really high in a lot of people's eyes, but to me, wow, I got to Gold Tier 1, because I've never actually been good at a card game before, or anywhere close to that, but this game just kept me playing, and I'm pretty proud of that achievement, and I hope to go higher, For right now, I'm not doing ranked right now, because I kept losing with this deck and the other black-white deck I've been using, and hold on, let me actually look at the situation here. I tend to click on abilities too much. Come on! Okay, here we go. Don't do that. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to kill this. Just so that my Dire Moon, which has Death Touch, is still available to kill one of his creatures. Or force him to take face damage because he doesn't want the creature to be killed. Force them, I should say. I don't know if that's a male or female or an in-between. You don't know on the internet anymore, for sure, so... But heck, you probably never did. Though an in-between is more of a recent thing, but... I'm sure they were still... I'm sure there were still non-binary people around the 80s or so when the internet started being a thing, but they're definitely more prevalent nowadays. Either that or you just hear of them more because interweb and the sheer information stream the interweb now provides everyone that is able to access it. You keep giving me 3 mana peeps, and I thank you for that.
What is one life to save many?
This person probably gonna get pwned real good here. Oh yeah, like, I highly doubt they're gonna be able to recover at this rate, which is nice. Nice win for my first recorded Magic video on the interweb. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be insta-win. Yep. Heck, I could have just attacked, but I was gonna play my mana at least, if only just out of habit. Alrighty, cool. Ooh, let's open this pack. I always open packs and keep getting packs and keep opening packs with every, you know, with every 1,000 coin and everything. And while that may not be optimal, I just love the constant influx of cards, and especially the constant influx, or the near constant, less constant influx of these, what's the word? The wild cards, so that I can sort of make decks that I want, or at least work towards that. Now, the way I play right now is I've decided to basically dedicate myself to black and white unless daily quests force me to not, because I just love how black decks play and how black-white decks play. How their mechanics generally work and synergize and etc. I really like playing with different combinations of white and black, so I'm going to stick with that right now, unless I need to play something else in order to get coin, in order to keep basically completing my black-white collection for standard. And that's basically how I'm going to play, is I'm going to keep collecting 4 of every standard, gradually, based on what I feel I need at the time, and then afterward just, you know, completing the collection, just to have something to work toward while still just playing my black-white and getting real good at understanding how black and black-white, you know, works in the current meta, and how to win with those colors in the current meta, because I just love those colors, and I'm not going to budge on them until I decide to, and I haven't decided to yet. I'm sure, with all the other things I'm going to collect, you know, in my search for black-white stuff, I'm going to collect other things. So, but for now, let's read some cards out loud, because reading out loud is something I also need to practice to be a better commentator here. So, here we go. Scuttlemutt. With 5 lenses on its head, it sees the world in a range of colors beyond ordinary perception. The art there is interesting. Add 1 mana of any color. Artifact creature, it's a scarecrow. I'm not sure if there's scarecrow type, like, stuff you can do, like cards that are like, you know, if creature is scarecrow, XYZ, you know, those types of cards. Every time you X, you know, or a scarecrow creature, you know, that kind of thing. But I know there are several scarecrows that I've seen. Anyway, add 1 mana of any color, or target creature. So these are tap effects. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap target creature becomes the color or colors of your choice until enter. So that would be really good for, you know, a colors deck, an all color deck. That's really interesting. I've especially 2020 and War of the Spark, I've noticed I've added a lot of cards like this that allow you to basically just make rainbow decks, which is interesting. And I kind of want to try that, but I feel like that's going to be a point where my collection just miraculously includes the kinds of cards I'll need for that. And I might start getting into the meta later, but I really want to have success in my endeavor to just be a black-white god in this game, like platinum or even higher. I'd really love to. I think there's platinum levels, right? I know there's levels above gold. I don't remember what they're called. Anyway, and I know that they work differently. But I've gotten all the way to Gold Tier 1, so who knows? Not this season, not last either, but I think the season before, I did go all the way. Wait, or was it last season? It was... anyway. I think it was the season... I think it was literally just this last season, and I feel like this season's going to end, don't quote me on that. Either that or it was 2 seasons ago, I don't even remember anymore. Anyway, Leyline and Combustion. These Leyline cards are very interesting to me, and I'd really like to kind of play with them, but I don't really know, like, because I just like my life dynamics and stuff in my decks. I really like those right now, and I'm trying to play with just how to make black-white really cool. Okay, so if Leyline, and black in general, because, you know, that's what I just played. If Leyline of Combustion is in your opening hand, you may begin the game. So, Leyline of Combustion, it's an enchantment, it's an M20 card. If Leyline of Combustion, well, of course it's an M20 card. If Leyline of Combustion is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield whenever you and or at least one permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls. Leyline of Combustion deals 2 damage to that player. Nice. I've got to quickly clean my Dorgan glasses for a sec here. Here we go. Kunis. Alright, Ogre Siegebreaker. Creature, Ogre Berserker. 2 mana of any color, plus a black and a red mana. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. So, you can play this, and then after it's... Actually, I think... If it doesn't involve tapping, you can just right away, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I know there's certain cards that allow you to play it and then immediately do the mana thing if you have all that mana, which you probably don't at the point you're going to play this. Like, having 8 mana... Okay, actually, in the current meta, it seems like having 8 mana is pretty possible, but a lot of my games tend to end before that, I've noticed, even in ranked. So, anyway. Chandra's Emperor Cat. Tap and add fire mana. Expend this mana only to cast an elemental spell or a Chandra Planeswalker spell. Pack Mastiff, 1 and 1 fire mana. Each creature you control named Pack Mastiff gets 1/1/0 until end of turn. Chandra's Outrage deals instant, which means you can cast it whenever. Basically, you can cast it on your turn, you can cast it when an enemy is about to attack, you can cast it when you're blocking, you can cast it on their turn when they play stuff, I think, that kind of thing. I think that's basically all the times you can use one, but it's really nice. There's plenty of fire to go around. Chandra Nala. Chandra's Outrage deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. Raise the alarm. Create a mouse that doesn't randomly flit everywhere. That would be great. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. That would be interesting to use with I feel like this soldier stuff combined with the afterlife stuff that I'm collecting, I feel like it'd be really good to kind of synergize with a deck that includes a lot of death-related stuff, and Teysa. I forget her actual name, the full name of the card, but Teysa is a card that basically makes it provides some kind of benefit. Oh yeah, it gives them lifelink. So these would have lifelink, I think. Don't quote me on that. It gives some benefit to creature tokens, and it also doubles effects if a creature dies. Anyway, Feral Invocation. Enchantment Aura. Flash enchant creature, enchanted creature gets +2/+2. Nice. And of course it's a green card, because those kinds of counter adding enchantments are a dime a dozen. In green, that's kind of one of the main things about green is big boy, make big boy bigger, wow. which is fun. I find that fun when I play green decks occasionally, but I've really only played the default green deck because I've just, like, the moment I played black and white, I fell in love with both of those colors, but mostly black, and really just black and a combination of black and white are just so satisfying for me to play. Anyway, did I read all of them? I think I did. Oh wait, hold, did I ever actually read Leyline of Combustion? I don't remember that, but I think I read everything else. So, enchantment. If Leyline of Combustion is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Whenever you and or at least one permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, Leyline of Combustion deals 2 damage to that player. So, the Leylines are very interesting. You don't even need to play them if you have it in your opening hand. And they kind of set up for certain gimmicks that a lot of decks can follow, and I might look into the one. I know there's a white one. I'm not sure if there's a black one. I actually want to really quickly look. Just in. See, where's my main deck? See, I have a main. Yeah, it's True Martyrs with 3 little cat faces. Because I'd made several decks called Martyrs, as you probably actually saw there, and I've just been kind of experimenting with different combinations of them, and I don't really want to delete decks, because that's kind of a weird thing to me. I don't know. I feel like they should make it easier, but I don't know. Anyway, either that or I just am too lazy to press a button or figure out the easy way or something. What is it again? Leyline. I just don't really see a reason, but it'd probably help if I didn't have to load all that every time I looked at that. But yeah. Yeah, Leyline of Sanctity is in your opening. If Leyline of Sanctity is in your opening hand, you may begin. Oh yeah, and you have hexproof, which is nice. There's stuff that can circumvent hexproof. I know several of it's in actually white-black itself, but I know that that a lot of deck strategies are kind of fucked by hexproof. So I think that's a really nice card. It's a rare. It's 4-drop, 2 white mana, 2 regular, 2 whatever mana. Just seeing if I could make any of these. But Leyline Prowler is interesting to me too, especially because Death Touch and Lifelink are 2 of my favorite effects that I love utilizing. And you can also add a mana of any color. So, I'm really starting to wonder. I'm not going to make that with the common I have. I tend to save that just for white and black at this point. And there was a time when I was experimenting with black and green quite a bit, because I really like that combo too. And, you know, so this is very enticing to me. But I just felt like it was harder for me to make it work, and I just really loved going back to my vampires, because I don't know, man. And not just vampires, I'm starting to like a lot more about the whole white-black dynamic, but I loved collecting the vampire cards for so long. Anyway, I think I got a Discord boop, so I'm going to check that real quick, my friends.